Welcome to Two Guys.
A girl.
and an MBA. I read an article today about Zuckerberg's like image change. You know, he went from like this nerdy dude. Now he's got the hair. He's got like designer clothes. He's doing
Oh,
MMA, and they were tracking whether that made a difference with his popularity, negative or positive, and it actually didn't work at all.
None,
So
zero, no
zero,
correlation.
no
I,
correlation.
I I was predicting that before you said it. I'm like,
I know
yeah.
you're thinking, yeah, nothing. No, not even like the needle didn't move at all.
You,
It was
you
like,
think
yeah, whatever.
Zuckerberg, you think, geek hunched over a desk that has
Yes,
social issues, that's his
yes.
brand, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's like that master criminal geek in the basement. No offense to Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, maybe there's offense,
Yeah,
but
offense. Yeah.
there's offense. You know, all that performative stuff like fighting and MMA, and then I think he switched alliances, whatever, back to pro Donald Trump kind of just in hope. But it's all for economics and business
Yeah.
and his super bunker in Hawaii. So
I mean, just the volume of data that Facebook has on you. Like for my music stuff during COVID, I ran about $1,000 worth of Facebook and some IG ads. And when you go to the back end of their platform, the way that you target, and this was like 4 years ago, like it's probably way more sophisticated now using AI, I'm sure. But even back then, it was like the segmenting and the targeting and the way that you could just pop into people's feeds and just it was. I mean, they truly like, and I used Google's too. The Facebook's ad platform was the back end was just a league ahead. That's what they do. That's where all of their revenue basically comes from, and it's kind of it's just it's incredible as an advertiser to be able to like pare it down to like I just want to sell this M&M cookie to these people that like red M&Ms or whatever, like you just can zoom in a way that it used to be so inefficient. You used to have to go get billboards or do TV ads and just kind of blanket mass market everyone with your brand like Coca-Cola or something. But now you can just find a niche and just like, I want people that are online at 10 p.m. that are transgender, that are looking for baseball bats. And it will serve your content up to them. Whether you convert those leads and views into dollars is up to you, but it will serve it. It will serve it up. That's why a lot of us have stopped using those platforms because I got sick of that stuff. It's like all this stuff in your feed. It's like, I started learning to like use the AI, Chat GPT, and some of these other tools rather than let the AI use me. Even when you're on YouTube, although YouTube is a lot more benevolent about it, but even when you're on YouTube, it's constantly serving you a mix of media to keep your attention, to keep you on platform. And I know when I'm diving in on YouTube videos, I know I'm letting it run me. But a lot of people don't know that they're letting their IG and FB and YouTube feeds run them rather than them running it. You can control, kind of the content that's fed back to you. And if you don't control it, it will control you and it won't make you feel good. It won't always show you puppies and kittens. It will show you stuff that's divisive and makes you feel upset so that you stay on there longer so that they can make more money on ad revenue. So that's my soliloquy.
I can say this is a first thing. It's like what we did when we studied like social media listening. We're just
Yeah, yeah,
listening, but
yeah.
the AI just not just listen, but also
Oh
manage
yeah.
you what to present you,
Social media
and
is listening.
is listening. Yes, and moreover, I think it's all about this easy dopamine. For me, it works mostly with reels and short stories.
Yeah.
Especially, you're like thinking, okay, this is my story. Some publish some news about himself, herself. I'm interesting, and then after that, started something related, but not from your friends, and like half an hour just wasted.
Yeah.
And because your brain, for you, it's like, oh, it's easy. It's relaxation for me after the work day or something, and you're just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. A new
so
disease.
yeah, but I think everybody intuitively knows it's doing that, but they keep doing it. It's like the dopamine, right? I mean, it's like an addiction.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, and I don't know if I got the number, but I think Facebook and all these they employ psychologists, behavioral psychologists. Probably it'd be great to see like they're not an ad company only. They're actually a psychology clinic that tries to figure out how to keep people hooked.
Yeah.
And just like they put nicotine, into cigarettes, maybe one day, they're going to start looking at what kind of practices they put into social media that could be you could go to jail for it, right? Because that's what they did with
Oh,
tobacco companies. Yeah,
I
that
but
think
could
that
be.
the same with sugar, with cakes,
yeah.
chocolates, and everything, chips.
Um,
You just
Yep.
want to eat more because something inside not just natural because you like this flavor and buy it and want to eat it more and more and more.
the thing is,
And
I'm not sure everyone realizes it's running the show. I'm not sure everybody realize. I think a lot of people do, but like myself, I didn't realize I was using Facebook since 2004, and not until 2015, 16 did I really realize like, hey, every time I get on here, I feel worse. And then I started learning about AI in business school, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, screw that. Like I think, and especially when you talk about, we're all millennials or Gen Xers, we're all tech savvy, etc. You're talking about kids, talking about older people like our parents and their parents' generations. They're not aware of some of these things. When I started telling people about what was it, the nearest K algorithm or whatever that we studied and how it works, and like they're like, what? It does that? Like, yeah, it does trillions of computations a second to see what's the next thing to serve you, and so that you'll like when you go on Amazon, for example, I saw a documentary on this, like everything on that page is geared to like make you click the buy button. Like it's not an accident, like where everything is placed and the next thing to add on is always very attractive because it's calculated the odds millions of times and it knows your particular profile. I think a lot of people don't realize the intelligence of this artificial intelligence. I didn't realize it. I wasn't using GPT until a couple of months ago. I didn't. It was around for a year, but I didn't catch on to like, oh, this can cut my workload in half or less. And a lot of people that I explain that to are blown away. I tell them I'm using it for this and this and this. What? It can do that? Yeah. And I think you'd be even more amazed on the back end of what you don't know that the AIs at Facebook and Google and Amazon can do. I think it's even deeper than we can imagine. Yeah.
moreover, recent time I got advertisements like repeatedly, like, hey, the new job, you can do it at home, how to use artificial intelligence, produce some pictures, images, short videos, sell them. And it's constantly repeatedly like show me in YouTube, in
Yeah.
Instagram, like, hey, do you want more money? You can use this opportunity, study AI. And there's like courses,
Yeah.
lessons, something. So it's a new job,
Yeah.
it's a new product. Why not? Maybe something job is just say, okay, robot will do it. And now we need some specialists who can manage AI.
Yeah.
Like SMM specialist, like 5 years ago, we didn't think about it. But now everyone want to know how to manage social media.
Please consider subscribing below.
Thank you for being with us. Please leave your comments, feedback, what you think about us, and see you in the next podcast. Bye.